are back on Boond Soch ttalk train of thought with a series of an episode with Mr. Gopal Mishra, who is a senior manager ERP with HPCL. It's an interesting insights what we have been getting from him in earlier episodes. So welcome to this ttalk show again. Now, in fact, can you throw some light for the benefit of a target audience on disruption, technology, and the strategy? How do you define disruption as such?
So disruption is typically any newcomer bringing any new technology or a new business model and completely changing the rules of the game. It may start as a very small niche area, but slowly it may capture the whole business altogether. And it's basically a shock to the existing established players. Now, one such thing could be, let's say, a new technology coming in, let's say Ola, Uber. So this is a new technology that completely eliminated the existing businesses of taxi owners, including the Meru and Mega Cabs companies like that. So any such technology or business model, or a combination rather, can change things forever.
I see. And then how do one view about disruptive innovation like,
So basically any disruption is actually good. So it brings in a new way of doing things which is better than the earlier one. So we should always welcome it, and we should try doing it ourselves. Even if we are an established player, a new disruption, a new technology that can change the entire game, we should adopt it first.
I see.
Kodak actually failed to adopt it and suffered a big loss.
Correct.
They had developed the first digital camera and did not launch it. And when it came, it completely ruined their film business.
Correct. Good. And then, in fact, can you throw some light on three form of innovations like sustaining innovation and low-end disruptions, and also in new market disruption, which are there?
So there is the exciting new market disruption, a disruption which gives you something that was never there before. Nobody knew that there is a market for these things, these products or these services. iPhone or iPod, you can say, was one. Nobody knew that there is a market for a smartphone before it came.
Correct.
And it created its own market. It was a new innovation. Then new market innovation, and then there is low-end innovation, which is basically starts from a small end of the business, which people are generally not interested in. Bigger players are not interested in, and then it slowly creeps into this market and then takes over a huge chunk. You can say Oyo Rooms was one such example. So it basically started from a low-end hotels aggregator. So it became a retailer of services. So this was an innovation that started from the low end, where people did not actually initially notice, and then slowly it became a huge.
Correct. Now, is the disruption something to be feared like?
Whether you are afraid of it or not, it is going to come. So I think we should be welcoming, and we should keep on looking for such innovations that can threaten our existing businesses and do something about it, not kill it, rather adapt. And that is where the agility is most important for any organization. The ability to change as an organization, not only as a human being, is fairly important. Not having such rigid systems that we are not able to change things is going to be a big showstopper for any company in future.
I see. Now, in fact, can you throw some light on disruptive technology in terms of Internet of Things and artificial intelligence?
So these are the buzzwords now. IoT, you can say, started from the mobile phones. So mobile phones are small objects that can use internet. Initially, for internet you needed computers, but slowly when the processors started becoming smaller and smaller, and so much so that you can fit it in a watch, and now even smaller than that. Then the things can now use internet with the processor in them. So a watch, excuse me, can have access to internet. Specs, my goggles can have internet, and so do my vehicles, my scooter, a number of things. a traffic light. And these things are enabling a number of different innovations. If my washing machine can access internet, can I program it to run at a time when I'm not there, but the electricity is cheap? We have not reached that stage, but with the new age, yes,
right.
with the renewable energy is becoming more and more prominent. The cost of electricity at different times in the day are going to be different. When the sun is shining, the electricity is going to be very cheap, and I want to wash my clothes using cheap electricity.
Correct.
Can I train my washing machine? Can I program my washing machine to wash it then?
Right.
Of course we can. That is in future, and such innovations are actually lying in future. So there's a huge potential for IoT and AI. AI basically dwells on a learning software where things can be learned by the software himself or itself by getting different experiences from the old data. So
Nice.
you can give 100 chess games, the result of which will make that software learn how to play chess.
I see. And what do you say about 3D printer in terms of disruptive technology, 3D printers and virtual reality and augmented reality like?
So all of these technologies are actually going to help processes. Like AI can help oil and gas industry run without manpower. The control rooms can be powered not by people but by AI. Similarly, 3D printing technology can bring complicated manufacturing in small volumes in quick times. These are the three biggest benefits of 3D technology.
Correct.
So where I need something very urgently, it's complicated to manufacture and I need it very, very quickly, and the regular manufacturing process is going to take a hell lot of time, and I need only two pieces. I don't need mass manufacturing. So for such areas, 3D printing technology is going to be a boon. We have used it actually in oil and gas as well for printing small parts in small numbers, which are very crucial for us. We want them in small numbers. We don't want to keep all of that inventory because we want lean manufacturing. But 3D printing technology helps us in achieving that. Without keeping the inventory, I can print it whenever I want it.
Mr. Gopal Mishra, now in fact, when we talk in terms of electric car, like, how like HPCL see as an competition or a threat to you, like, so what do you say about that?
That's actually the biggest threat to the whole oil and gas industry. The whole world is actually concerned about it. We in India and China are actually less threatened by it because we are still a growing economy, and the base is actually increasing. More and more people are getting enough money, getting into middle class and buying cars and scooters. So we have a lesser threat actually compared to the developed world like Europe and US. But the biggest threat here is that the two biggest, diesel and petrol, are being threatened by that. And the consumption patterns of our industry are going to change forever because of this, and our industry has to actually adapt to that. We will have to switch to a different setup completely, where we produce much lesser petrol and more of diesel. So long hauls, especially let us say trucking and all, is going to be more diesel dependent and less of
electricity.
Right.
As such.
So the first group to switch to electric vehicles is going to be scooters, two-wheelers and three-wheelers. Next will be four-wheelers, all of them which are using either CNG or gasoline. And the diesel using industry sector, which is the transport vehicles, so are going to switch to electric vehicles very less frequently because these are long hauls. So we are going to switch over to more of diesel. We are going to switch over to more of petrochemicals. Actually, we see that crude is too expensive to burn. We should use crude and conserve crude to use for pharmaceutical industry and chemical industry and petrochemical industry rather than burn it as a fuel. And that is, I think, we will see more appropriate uses of this natural resource.
Good, great. I think it's a great insights for TikTok audience in terms of disruption technology and the strategies which are there. And I'm sure you've thrown light in terms of Internet of Things and also in terms of artificial intelligence and 3D printer. And that's what I think today's world is all about in terms of artificial intelligence, how the things are going to transform and change. Thanks a lot for sharing your valuable insights on the disruptive technology for target audience. Do catch up with Mr. Gopal Mishra in our next episode of ttalk ek Boond Soch ke. Till then, go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe, like the channel as much as you can. Thank you very much. So thanks a lot. Thank you very much.